Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Math 10C, Chapter 4, Section 6, Factoring a Difference of Squares. Now, here, factoring a difference of squares. Now, any polynomial in the form a squared minus b squared is called a difference of squares. To get a difference of squares, you have to multiply two binomials that are the sum and difference of the same two quantities. So, for example, expand x plus 3 times x minus 3, use FOIL. You get x squared plus 3x minus 9, or x squared minus 9, or x squared minus 3 squared. The product of a difference of squares. So, notice x squared minus 9. Note the product is made up of two terms, each of which can be square rooted, separated by a minus sign. Now, to factor an expression made up of two terms, each of which can be square rooted and which are separated by a minus sign, we use difference of squares. Cheating, shortcut, pay attention. So if I ask you to factor x squared minus 25, step 1, you must realize this is a difference of squares. Step 2, draw out the brackets. Step 3, square root each term. Square root of x squared is x. Square root of 25 is 5. Now why is that 25? I'm sorry. Square root of 25. Never mind. Step 4, add these two new terms in the first bracket and subtract them in the second. So it's x plus 5 times x minus 5. And yes, it doesn't really matter if the minus and plus, where the minus and plus signs go. Sometimes I'll forget and put the minus sign first. It doesn't matter when you FOIL it out. So let's do some examples. 25 minus 36x squared. This is 5 squared, 6x. So this is 5 plus 6x, 5 minus 6x. So you see how that goes? And if you can see the trick, then it's really easy. Now, so the next one, 81m squared, that is 9m squared minus 7n. Now this one's tricky, n to the 4. That's n squared squared. So this becomes 9m plus 7n, 9m, n squared, thank you, minus 7n squared. Now, as I said before, sometimes I forget. I will write this as 9m minus 7n squared, 9m plus 7n squared. When you FOIL it, you'll get 81m squared minus 49n squared. I just sometimes forget. It doesn't really matter the order. Now, I was going to say, trick. One trick is sometimes you have to factor first. 8x squared minus 2y squared is not a difference of squares. When you factor something out. Yes, you can factor out a 2. This becomes 2 times 4x squared minus y squared. Now you have a difference of squares. All right? So that is 2x minus y squared. So that is 2x plus y times 2x minus y. See how that goes? Now, the next one, 5x to the 4th minus 80y to the 4th. That's double sneaky. Divide both sides by 5. Now I'm going to put the whole thing in square brackets this time just to emphasize. So that's x to the 4 minus 16y to the 4. Okay? Now, that's x squared squared minus 4y squared squared. Don't forget the 5 in front because I will drop that and forget about it. Drop it like it's on fire. That's x squared plus 4y squared times x squared minus 4y squared. Okay? Now if you've got that, I'm happy. Oh. Now, this one is booby-trapped. As I said, double booby-trapped. Stop laughing. Okay, why? Did I do anything wrong? No. You can FOIL it. So multiply it out, FOIL it. But I want to... Oh, you poopy head. Stop that, people are watching. This is sneaky, because look at this term here. This is x squared minus 2y. So sometimes you can keep on going. And there are a couple of these in the homework, and I promise you the chapter test has one of these. So this is x plus 2y times x minus 2y. And don't forget the x squared plus 4y squared, or the 5 out front. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Doable? Yes. Will I throw one of these at you because I'm evil? Yes. Now, just said here, sometimes one of these factors have difference of squares, then you get to do two difference of square steps. So here's another one. a1v to the 4. 9v squared minus 4 squared. 9v plus 4 times, 9v squared. 9v squared minus 4. This is 3v squared minus 2 squared. So this becomes 3v plus 2, 3v minus 2. And don't forget the 9v squared plus 4 on the outside. All right? So I'm going to stop there for a second and let you look at that, because that is as sneaky as it gets. If you got that, I'm happy. All right? Now, finally, and tell me it is finally, because yes. Oh dear, one more question. All right, last question. Evil bonus. Well, it's not evil. What if you have 4 terms? Now, we've done this before. This is a review question I should have put at the beginning. What if you have 4 terms? What do? You chunk it. Okay? So, you get 8r cubed minus 64r squared. And r minus 8. So the first term, 8r cubed minus 64r squared, can you factor something out of that? Yes, I think I can factor 8r squared. So that's 8r squared times r minus 8. It's r minus 8. Oh, sorry. Okay, so far so good. Now, my question is, how many r minus 8s do I have over here? I've got one of these. Now go back. This is just factoring. What can I factor out of both of these? R minus 8. What am I down to? R minus 8 times 8r squared plus 1. Remember that? You got 4 terms, chunk it. All right, now that's it for me. Not a long lesson, as long as you recognize the difference of squares. Any questions, shoot me an email. Otherwise, good luck.